The RBI has fined ICICI Bank and ING Vysya Bank for flouting anti-money laundering norms. We've got Anirudh Ghosh joining us from the newsroom with more details. Anirudh.
Certainly, George, news just came out a little while back, notification actually from the RBI saying that they've fined both ICICI Bank and ING Vysya Bank for flouting what they call know your customer and anti-money laundering norms. These are, of course, known as KYC and AML norms as well. And these, of course, are norms basically which banks are expected to adhere to as and when they acquire new customers. It basically deals with, knowing the customer, getting the required data as far as the customer's whereabouts, his history and his background basically, and of course it goes a long way in checking any kind of fraudulent transactions and also money laundering transactions, which could of course include any kind of transactions, for example terrorism funding, etc. Of course these things have come into light very recently in the global market as well. We've heard of banks like HSBC, Standard Chartered, and a couple of others come under serious trouble from the US authorities for quite simply the same reason, for not adhering to the proper AML norms and as well as the KYC norms. So clearly these things have come to light in the recent past, and clearly the RBI doesn't seem to be in any mood to take any chances as far as KYC and AML is concerned. So clearly there isn't going to be too much of monetary damage to both of these banks. The fines are, of course, 55 lakh for ING Vysya Bank and 30 lakh for ICICI Bank. But then there is a risk of a reputational damage. Of course, they don't want to be seen as banks which aren't doing their KYC or their AML properly. And going forward, it really remains to be seen whether other banks are going to be pulled up in a similar way, or it's just going to be restricted to just these two banks.